Hello, this is Dave Horwedel on the Torchlight Network. Now, the Torchlight Network is interviewing business people and how they're coping with and hopefully expanding, even in the era of COVID-19, and how they're getting back to business. Today we have Zoe Abbot. Zoe is a financial consultant operating out of Florida. And Zoe, how are you moving forward in COVID-19 and how's it going?
Hey Dave, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. We're actually doing okay, considering everything. There's been definitely more of an increase than ever before of people needing help financially, good advice, getting out of debt, handling all the various things that have come up as a result of this. So we have stayed open during this time. I do have remote people that are working from home, but otherwise we are in the office and we're doing the usual, just more of it.
All right, so are you considered essential personnel in Florida? I know that here in Nevada, I'm essential as a tax professional. Are you in the same status?
Yes, financial professionals and insurance and the different areas that we work with are definitely essential, so yes.
All right, and in this era, what is it that you would do if you, with your various clients, like give us an idea of what you can do, what you do?
All right, yeah, anytime. So pretty much anything financial that someone might need, whether they're running into issues and they don't know how to handle their debt or get out of debt, they might need better interest rates, they might need loans or help with getting loans, or consolidation or negotiation and settlements. People come to me with all types of issues. Maybe their credit is not in a good condition and they need to get that fixed, or they're just trying to set up good financial plans, get an analysis, start setting up savings and investments, long-term like retirement. We do every type of life insurance, long-term care. We do retirement plans like annuities. So we kind of are the whole thing. I have about 50 licensed agents and we operate across the country actually. So our home office is here in Florida and we actually are opening up an office in Boston right now, but I operate out of most states in the US.
Well, that's very interesting. Now, you mentioned, credit. Do you work on credits, getting people to improve their credit scores, recovering their credit, stuff like that?
Yes, absolutely. We give a lot of free advice, help, education to help people to build their credit. But a lot of times when people come to us, they have maybe old accounts or marks, or they don't have enough information on what is going on. So we'll do an analysis, tell them exactly what they need to do. They can do it on their own, and if they don't feel like they can handle it themselves, then we can connect them up with a company that will handle whatever needs to happen, whether it was an old account from a long time ago or some marks that need to be removed. So we pretty much deal with anything that someone might need in that area.
And what is the, well, first of all, do you handle both personal and business credit?
Yes, we do. We do handle personal and business credit.
Okay. And is there anything that has, changed recently that, with the various, shall we say, changes in the economy that you're helping your clients with, or that you're able to cope with various changes or any new opportunities?
Yeah, 100%. Well, there is an increase in fraud activity that's happening right now. So people are coming to get those things handled. There's also business loans, and that whole area of lending has been shut down or closed in a lot of major banks across the country. There are types of relief and disaster loans that people need help with. Sometimes they come to us. We just give them free advice and help. And if they really, really need someone to hold their hand through it, I do have some companies that I know that will do that for a nominal fee. We don't charge anything for it. And then personal debt, it's been very interesting actually. It's been a lot harder to get business debt apart from the special relief loans that are available right now. Personal credit has been a kind of an interesting area too. I'm noticing that clients are having cards closed on them or limits decreased and different things like that. At the same time, some people are being given deferrals, like deferral payments. So they're saving them some payments for a couple months to give them some relief. Some people are, because they're furloughed or they are laid off of their jobs or out of work or their income has majorly declined. Some of them are in a position where they actually need even more extreme help, like maybe they need their interest rates or their payments brought down, or they need a settlement, and there's been actually quite a few people that are looking at the possibility of bankruptcy. So looking at all their options, what are the pros and cons to all the different products and services that we offer, you know?
I understand. Now, it's interesting listening to you because, I'm a tax guy and I'm dealing with a lot of people that are working on settling their IRS debt. And I run into a lot of cycles where that people will occasionally need help on their, debt settlement as well. So I'm just sort of curious if you could tell me a little bit more, how you approach that. Do you start out with an analysis or how does it work?
Yeah, I'll get the information from them on what their situation is, what are all the different types of debts that they have, and what are their payments, their interest rates, and so forth. I generally will do like a free financial needs analysis, which goes over everything they make versus what they spend, where does all the money go every month. And then we get a really good idea of their situation, whether they can afford their debt, what's happening. Some people do come to me when they've already been unable to make payments and they don't really know what to do. So just based off, it's definitely a case by case. So I would never dish out advice to a broad general public for anything. They really has to be an individual to individual, because people make different amounts of money. They have different types of debt. There's different pros and cons that they could run into based off of what decisions they make on it. But that's pretty much how we start off, and then we'll analyze it and give them all of their options. And I like to go over pros and cons because I truly believe there's pros and cons in every approach that you choose, and then the one that you're going to choose is going to be the one that has more pros and cons.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. So if a person, if they were in a financial bind and they wanted to know how to improve their financial situation, they could just call you for a free consultation and you would take care of them.
100%. Yeah, they could go to my website as well. And I have a whole team of people across the country that I can connect them up with too, if they want someone in there close to them or in their area.
So what percentage of the people who call you are you able to effectively help?
Personally, because we have such a wide range of services, I believe that we can help 100% of the people that connect up with us.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, is there anything else that you would like to let people know about your business and what you're doing that, might be of interest to them or help them?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm, apart from just our statistics alone, I mean, I would say in the last 2 years, my team and I have helped thousands of people to get out of debt and start building wealth. We've handled more than $50 million of debt, whether it be through helping them to restructure loans, saving them on interest rates, getting them better types of debt, all the way through negotiations and settlements and consolidations. So we've really done a whole lot with this area. We've also moved a lot of money into places that are safe and cannot be lost in the market, which is great. We've protected thousands of families with life insurance. I believe during this time specifically, I've always wanted to be in a business where I could make money with people, not on people. I have that social betterment and nonprofit background before coming into this industry. And so I feel like my approach is very unique in our industry because I like to take the seriousness out of things. I want people to be happier. I'm really strong on education. There's a lot of free service and help that really is just truly free service and help. We work solely off word of mouth and referral. People do go to my social media. I'm very, very prevalent. So you can go on any social media platform and type in the Zoe Abbot. I'm going to come up. My website is www.z.abbott.wfg. And I would just say, to be honest with you, during this time period with everything that's happened, a lot of people have lost their jobs, and the best way that I feel I can help anyone is to help them make more money at this point. So I am looking, we are expanding so much and we've been busier than ever. So I'm actually looking for people that are interested in working in my industry and would love to work with me, be mentored by me, and create their own business. So that's the only thing that I would say. I mean, apart from the services that I can deliver and help, that would probably be the best thing I could possibly do for anybody, is help them to make more money.
So you have like a training program and a mentoring program that you could help other people become financial consultants like you.
Correct. If you go to my website, you're going to see two sides. You're going to see what are all the products and services that we can do to help people, which is very wide range. We represent the entire financial services and insurance industry. And then you'll also see if you want to find out a little bit more about my business and come on board, because I'm hiring so much right now. I mean, I brought on 20 to 30 new agents in training just last month. So.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. And just out of curiosity, was this something that, you grew up as a kid and were planning on doing this, or how did you happen to get into this business?
It's really funny because I think that there must be something wrong with someone if they're sitting in the sandbox and they're a kid and they're like, I want to sell insurance or work in financial services. No, you want to be like, I don't know, a superhero or a pop star or like, I don't know, something, right? No, I mean, I really just came from a nonprofit I came from a nonprofit background, and for me, when I worked in counseling for over 10 years, and the things that, the people that I would sit down with would talk about mostly were problems with relationships and, sex and money. And it would just come up all the time, money. And so I realized that this was an area that was just very hard for a lot of people, and it really was a ruin. And so when I got pregnant and had my daughter, that was like about 7 years ago now, I really had to go look how I was going to create a business and make money, because nonprofit wasn't going to cut it for me to raise my kid. So I looked into a lot of different areas, and it was so real to me, having worked in counseling for that long, that this was an area that I could really help. And so that was really what attracted me to it. I'd also struggled and grown up like in a situation where my father went through 3 bankruptcies while I grew up. The first time was when I was a toddler, then when I was 14, and then when I was 25. And I saw him struggle, and he actually passed away at the age of 52 of a stroke mid his 3rd bankruptcy with no life insurance, and just really not set up. And at that time, his wife was 5 months pregnant with their 2nd kid. He had a 5-year-old. I was grown, so I could take care of myself, but I really felt for his family and the situation. And so I was very, very passionate for many reasons, just based off of my experience and what I've lived and gone through. And so being able to be in this industry and make a difference for other people is fantastic. I mean, I'm very, very lucky. I'm lucky. I believe people do create their own luck, but I'm fortunate to be in a situation where I'm set up at this point. I can live to work as opposed to work to live, and that's all I want for other people. So really, this business and what I do for people is a passion for me. It's not motivated at all by money. It really is just as pure help, and I love what I do. It's completely a crusade and a passion for me.
Well, that's great. Well, okay, so Zoe, we're going to be ending off this interview today. Now, we will put up Zoe's address and her business address. If anybody wants to talk to a financial consultant, they can reach here. And this show is being sponsored by Torchlight Tax. So if you have any tax help that you need, my number will be there also. Once again, this is Dave Horwedel from the Torchlight Network, and have a great day. Bye.